Welcome to the 2400 Block Podcast with your host, Johnny Rubes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2400 Block Podcast. It's Johnny Rubes here, and today our featured guest, Mark Rodriguez, a UPS driver, bodybuilding champion, and photographer from Virginia Beach, shares his gripping story of surviving a heart attack that changed everything, from recovery to supporting his wife Diana's cancer battle. Join us for an inspiring talk about resilience and cherishing life's small moments. Let's dive right in. So, hello, Mark. Welcome to the 2400 Block. How are you feeling tonight, bro?
How you doing, Johnny? Thank you for having me, man. This is a blast. I never thought I would be back in the podcast, but this is nice. I like it.
Yeah, this is it right here, and this is like you're the only feature story. I know that you've done one before, like regarding bodybuilding, but this one like just homes in right on you.
Yeah, technically it's like a story.
Yeah.
Oh boy, let's go.
So you said you're from New York originally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I was born in Philippines.
Oh, okay.
And then I moved to New York probably when I was 4 years old.
Oh, all right.
So I was really young, and I grew up from there. So, but as I'm growing up, I kind of moved around a little bit, kind of like to explore. So I was in LA for a year, and then I was in San Francisco for a year, and then back in New York again. So, but New York is a hometown.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I bleed orange and blue.
Nice. I see on some of your photos that you are a New York Mets fan.
Oh, big time.
Wonderful.
But right now it's embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean they did good like earlier on in the season. Next thing you know, they just start having like losing streaks.
Well, they're well known for that.
Yeah,
we'll do good in the beginning. And afterwards, they just give up.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna have a team as awesome as the '86 Mets were.
Oh my gosh, yes, Piazza and what others guys? I remember when I was a young kid, we used to watch. I watched the Subway Series with Yankee and the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
Best moment, because I remember we couldn't afford a ticket,
so
we were hanging right on top of like the train station just to watch the game.
Wow,
that's how crazy that series was. That was Yankee versus Mets. I forgot what year it was in the World Series, but that was the best remembrance. What I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was like, oh, I'm a Mets fan. And my dad was a Yankee fan. So I was like, so there's always a rival going on.
Oh, okay. All right. So you lived in New York, and when did you move exactly to Virginia Beach?
2005.
Oh, okay. How you like it so far?
I mean, so far so good. I mean, I've been coming here every summer because my cousin lives here. Eric Rodriguez, so he lives in here. He'll come to New York, and then he'll pick me up, and he'll bring me here to Virginia Beach. And I think the reason why I moved here 2005 was to escape from an ex-girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wanted to get out already, so I was like, I need a new lifestyle, so I left. So thank God for Eric for sending me back here.
Yeah,
because if it wasn't me moving here that I would never met my wife.
Oh, nice. Well, I got to tell you my story. I actually left Virginia Beach because of because I was involved in I can't even say if it was a boyfriend girlfriend relationship because it wasn't from the beginning. She had motives, and that propelled me to move all the way to Orlando, Florida, and start fresh. I hanged out with a Christian group, and I felt more at peace. I let go of whatever it was that was clouding my mind the entire time. My friend was my longtime friend at the time, and he was also my classmate back in elementary school. He was the one that propelled me to go to Orlando and start fresh, and I did. And I made a lot of good friends. Made a lot of Puerto Rican friends as well as as well as Filipinos, especially those that came from the Philippines. They had like the H-2B visa. And I get a chance to just, talk to them, hang out with them. One, as a matter of fact, was a really cool dude. His name was Alvin. It turns out one day he just passed over the phone. And I started talking to this lady. We hit it off and we talked for like 2-3 hours. Well, next thing you know, she turned out to be my girlfriend for 16 years. And I moved out here to the Chicago area in 2010.
Oh, look at that. See? Wait,
Yeah.
what's, you said Alvin, right?
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Dianco.
Dienko.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar. I might know him by face.
Yeah, you may never know. We may be forever linked. Maybe you and I are related. Who knows?
Yeah, that's why I was so scared when you sent me the photo, when I saw the photos of you and your brother, and I was like, Who is that? He looks like my uncle. So I was like, there's no way me and Johnny are related somehow. It always end up like that. When how everyone kept saying, it's like, y'all Filipino always know everyone. I'm like, well, of course, man. We stick with this Filipino flag forever, man.
Yep.
If you're Filipino, hey, we're cool already. We're brothers. It always turned out like that anyway.
Yeah. All right. Let's go towards the questions here. All right. Can you take us back to January 25th, 2024 and describe what that day was like before the heart attack and what was on your mind as everything was changing?
Man, I didn't expect this to happen to me. I was a health freak. And, I was watching what I'm eating. I competed so many years, so I know what to eat and not to eat. And that day, I normally give blood every 3 months. So kind of just, it's kind of like an oil change.
Yeah.
So I have to rechange it. So that day, I did an oil, I gave blood, at least an ounce. It's pretty big. Doctor always warned me, say, hey, you can't work out. Today is your rest day. You can't lift or whatever, do any cardio. So I was like, all right, he said couple of hours. All right, sounds good. And a friend of mine, Paul, called me the evening. I think it was like 6 o'clock in the evening. He's like, hey, Mark, let's go play basketball. So I was like, man, I haven't touched the basketball for almost 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? Cool. Let's change it up. Let's do some different cardio. Because I used to be a baller back in the days before all the bodybuilders started. So we played not even 2 minutes in the game. I felt something different. And I thought I was just having a heartburn. And that heartburn turned into a sharp burn.
Oh, man.
So I was like, whatever. I'll just take a thumbs. So I had to pop 2 thumbs right back in the game. And once I got back in the game, I took my sweater off. And I started to feel this tingling in my both of my legs. I don't know if you ever felt like one of those, your front of your calves or your back of your calves.
Yeah.
It's starting to feel like if you ran so long or far, you feel like it was just burning. So that's what I felt. I was like, man, what's going on? It's like I can't breathe. My legs are getting numb. And I was like, okay, this is not a heart attack, because normally heart attack will start from your left arm. We'll start to feel numbness or a sharp pain here. So I sat down for a minute, and Paul saw me. He was just like, you good? I was like, man, I'm out of breath. I can't breathe. I said, I'm just going to go home. So I decided just to drive back home. but at the same time, I was actually talking to my wife on the phone while I was driving home.
Mm-hmm.
Not even, probably like 5 minutes away from the house. I said, "Babe, I don't feel good. I feel like I'm going to pass out." And first thing she said, "Babe, go take yourself in the hospital." I'm like, I'm not going to hospital by myself. No. So I'm just like, I'll be fine. So I went straight home. The moment I got into the front of my house, I felt very different. I felt like I knew something is going on with my body and I couldn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So I got inside. Wife was like, "Are you okay? You're sweating." But I said, "I'm sweating, but I feel cold." So she's actually, at that night, she was studying because she's already in process of her school. I think she was in her 3rd semester, I believe, in January as an RN. So it's her and her classmate at the house. They're studying. And I sat down. I felt like I just want to sleep and lay down. But then while they were talking, asking questions, so they used me as their guinea pig.
Uh-huh.
So they're studying while they're asking me. I guess it was whatever they were studying in the book had to do with, with some cardio thing. So I was like, oh, this is an opportunity to ask him what he feels. But next thing you know, my whole arm, I looked at my hand. I was like, why does my hand feel like there's no blood? My whole arm turned gray. And then Diana's classmate looked at me. She's like, "Diana, you need to take him to the hospital now." I lost blood everywhere. Like, I looked at myself in the mirror and I saw it. There was no blood. My color was like really dark pale. Like, you ever seen a ghost? That's what it looks like. Like one of those TV, like you see a person like painted with white. That's what I look like, but more like dark gray. And then Diana knew. She was like, "All right, I'm rushing you to the hospital." So by the time we got to the ER, I passed out. So I don't remember anything. I don't even remember her pushing me into the ER. All I remember, I woke up halfway in the surgery. So apparently from Princess Anne Spa, they had to drive me all the way down to General Centera because they didn't had no surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to drive me, put me on the ambulance, and I don't remember being in the ambulance. I remember riding it, but then I woke up in the middle of the surgery, and it's they put 2 stents, and apparently my artery was 98% blocked.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I'm like, 98% block? How? Like, how did this happen? I'm like, I eat proper food. Sometimes if I can't even eat rice, I'll transfer that to spinach or any vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be my carbs. So yeah, and then I heard a phone ring in the middle of the surgery. And it was my wife who called. And then the doctor who was doing the surgeon, picked it up. And he just nonchalant listened to music. They were all jamming in that surgical room. And I thought I was in heaven already because I was hearing music. So I was like, what is going on? And I looked to my left side. There was like a big screen. And apparently, I guess when they went through my wrist, that's what they put the stent. And then they were scraping some of I guess they said they were scraping some of my left side chamber. And it was like a lot of plaques going on. So it was already building. And I heard the doctor talking to my wife saying that your husband just had a heart attack. And then me just laying there halfway asleep. And I'm like, I had what? So I couldn't like really, believe it. And I passed out again. And then that's when I started to dream about my dad. Yeah. And like, it feels like he was reaching out to me. And I was like, no, I'm not. This is not my time yet, Dad. So that's when I woke up right away. Have you ever had a dream and you feel like you fell and you woke up out of nowhere?
Yes, I have.
You have, right?
Yep.
So that happened to me. And then when I woke up and there was like 4 nurses and I think there was another doctor next to my left side. So I woke up. This is the surgery, I guess, was done already. I believe so. I think there was something still on my arm, but I saw the nurse had what you call this defibrillator in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally was like this, and I'm laying down. And I'm like, what is going on? I was like, oh, your heart just stopped. So I guess I felt the death already. So they're saying that your heart stopped at least 5 to 10 seconds, and then we had to revive you again. I was like, no way. So at that time, I felt like that when I was dreaming, I was already dreaming with my dad.
Oh.
So I felt like I was like, okay, it's time to go. I'm like, no. So that's when I woke up. I was like, oh, thank God. I'm not ready to die. No way.
Wow.
So that's what all happened that night. And I still can't believe it.
Regarding your arm, which was like, dark, gray, and did that spread across parts of your body, or did it just stay
it was
gray
my whole body.
Oh.
My whole entire body was gray. I even looked at my feet. You know how your feet is like, when you press it, there's like red spot or a white spot?
Yeah.
There was none. No blood flowing was going. So the doctor kept saying, you're the luckiest one. I'm like, what do you mean I'm the luckiest one? I was like, you survived the heart attack. I'm like, was this a major or was it just minor? I was like, well, it was turning into a major, but at least you caught it on time. I was like, how did I caught it on time? I ended up here. Duh. But the funny part, before all this happened, I was already feeling this on like December. Actually, right after I competed at the Olympia in November of 2023. I'm starting to feel like I'm constantly having heartburn.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of like ignored it. So I was like, oh, it's heartburn. It's just me because I'm eating sweet stuff again. So it's kind of like a crave part. I was like, all right, I'm done with it. Then maybe my system didn't like it and started having those heartburn. So I'm like, man, yep. But that's what the doctor said.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, I have a this is just like a nonchalant question that just came from one of my listeners, and he actually is a family member here, and he was wondering if if what happened to you has something to do with supplements that you take for your bodybuilding.
Actually, that's what I told him too. So I told the doctor, I was like, hey doc, I'm a bodybuilder, so I take a lot of supplements. I have been prescribed with testosterone therapy with my doctors, because since I'm 43 or 42 years old, my testosterone was like really low. So he was like, all right, we'll take that. So that's considered being naughty. I'm not natural. So it's I guess it's a thing that you need to get it. So I was like, all right, cool. Make me feel like a young guy again. So I wasn't really taking advantage of that because, whatever the doctor's protocols, I was just following it. And I thought that had to do with it, but the doctor said no. So I was like, okay, doc. So I take a lot of caffeine. Like literally to keep me up and going, I had to consume at least 1,500 grams of caffeine a day. And I think that triggered it as well. So I think I can see myself in the morning when I work out, like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm already in the gym. I'm already consuming 250 grams of caffeine. And then after that, I come home, start to get ready, and then I got to take the kids to school. So then way out and straight to work. So while I'm at work, I'm already getting tired. This is at 9 o'clock. On the way out, boom, pop a Monster. Or not actually a Monster. Anything has to do with no sugar, I'll take that. But the caffeine's still there. There's 250 grams of caffeine per bottle. I'll go through like 2 bottles a day. Yeah, so at least that, and then after that, I still got to work out again on the night. So I do twice a day workout, and I was like, all right, caffeine, pre-workout again. So I'm consuming a lot of caffeine almost every day for past almost 8 years.
Oh, okay.
So, and I told the doctor what I was taking. I was honest, and it said we took your blood. We didn't see anything that will affect it. And then so I was like, all right, we'll do a bio test. And at the time, I don't know what a bio test was. So they did a genetic test, which is that. And they saw it. It was positive. And that's when they asked, is like, there's anyone that had a heart attack in the past? I was like, yeah, my dad. My dad had a heart attack, stroke, and I think that's all he had on all in one day. So he died 2012 April 29, 2012.
Mm.
And that's when they said this genes might have passed into you.
Now,
I mean, I know a lot of people are already thinking, "Oh, you must be taking some drugs here and there." I mean, being in a bodybuilding world, if you're trying to be on the top of the pro level, you have to be enhanced. There's no way that
yeah, it's part of the culture. Yeah, that's
it's
the way
part
it
of the
works.
culture, and a lot of people won't understand that. So that's how it is. So I totally understand that. But if I did become a pro, and I was this close to become a pro, and I want to probably enhance myself more and more. But
Yeah.
then I ask myself, was it even worth it? Is it even worth doing it? So it really depends on. It's all your decision. So
Yeah. How long you stayed in the hospital after your surgery?
I was there for 7 days.
Oh, okay.
So they had to really monitor me almost every hour because there's my blood pressure kept going down and down and down.
Mm-hmm.
So and then they'll give me some type of shot to bring you back up again. So my blood pressure was kind of very annoyed. I mean, the nurses kept going back inside. It was like, what is going on? And I can hear it too. And I'm like, am I dead? Is there a flat line going on? It's just insane being in a hospital. And I couldn't get up. I was not supposed to move. So I think the 6th day, I had to learn how to walk again.
Going through the essentials, the basics.
Yeah, just the basic again. But yeah, that's how it all started that one day.
Yeah, it must have you must have felt like major relief once you had to be released.
Yes and no at the same time. I didn't want to leave yet because I don't know what's gonna happen to me. I was so afraid. I'd never been afraid in my whole life until that happened. So I felt like I am a ticking bomb. Because this could,
Anything can happen.
the doctor kept saying, you got to take care of yourself now. You don't know what it can come back. And I'm just like, so hearing that from the doctor, I'm just like, so what am I now, a widowmaker? So he's like, you just got to take care of yourself. Or don't worry, the medicines you have. And I don't really believe in any medicines in this industry now these days, man.
Yeah.
I just feel like they give you a medicine just to kind of keep you alive, and something's gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
So
Just making business, making money.
that's how I feel, and I'm just like, all right, 7 pills, okay, let's go. Let's
and I know
take
you
it.
have to. I know you have to be. You have to walk through all these steps that they had to give you to make sure that things will get better day to day.
Yeah. So I had to go through rehab for almost 4 months, twice a weekend, so just to kind of get back in the rhythm. But my complaint is still the same. If I walk pretty long or pretty fast, I'm still out of breath. There's like what do you call this? Not a sharp pain, but it feels like someone pressing against my chest. Like, oh, I can't breathe. So every time I feel that, I'm afraid to kind of go further. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack again. So I was like, I stopped right away. So, yeah.
So
the fear's still laying around. It's still behind me.
Yeah, even though you faced that, has things like significantly improved for you though?
Yeah, it has.
Since then?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
It has probably 2%, I say. Because the last time I had an echogram done, they call, man, there's so many terms in medical. I don't understand it. But apparently they had this called ejection fractions of my heart. It used to be 25. It used to be 25%. So now it went down to 22%. So that's what I was worried about. I'm like, okay, this medicine's not working. Then why is my attraction, Evo, that's what it's called. Why is it going down? It's supposed to be at least on the normal heart is 50 or 55 and up. So I'm like halfway. So they have to explain that, Mark, your heart of your left chamber is completely damaged because of the heart attack. So they're just trying to keep my heart even still working, they're gonna try to just keep it, going and give you this medicines, this care. So pretty much, I'm in the hospital 3 times, 4 times a month for just a visit. So technically, hospital is like my second home. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, on to the next one. Here we go. You've balanced demanding roles as a UPS driver, bodybuilder, and photographer. How did this fast-paced lifestyle influence who you were before the heart attack, and how has your perspective shifted since?
Honestly, yeah, that's why I lost my hair. It was so fast that I couldn't even control it. The way I guess the way I balanced it, I just kind of take what it was given to me and I took care of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really complain why this is happening to me. I just enjoy every minute of it. Every minute I had of it as like a UPS driver, I did it because it was given to me. But I earned it to get to be a driver, because to be a UPS driver, it takes years to get to where you need to be. And it's based on seniority.
Oh.
Because back in the days, I was just loading boxes. I did it just because of the benefits. I mean, where can you find a good benefits, full benefits for 4 hours a day? So that's what I was doing. So I was like, yeah, let me do that. And I would do my photography business on the side. So I was getting like a nice, good check for those two. And then I really wanted to be a really entrepreneur and be an own boss and then take care of my photography. That's all I really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the UPS was kind of just like a reserve, just to kind of have like since I got married with Diana. I was like, I knew we're gonna have kids. I was like, we gotta have benefits. So that's why when I saw the plan of the UPS benefits, I was like, oh man, I'm taking this. And then finally they were opened up a driver, so I saw it and how much they were getting paid. I was like, oh no, dude, I can't say no to this. I was like, I'm taking it. So I took it. Then and then family wise, would never exchange this to anything. Family comes first, because I was born in Philippines and that's what I was taught. Family comes first before anything else. So I try to put that moral into my kids and my family.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. When you realized you were having a heart attack, you mentioned feeling fear and uncertainty. Can you share what thoughts or memories stood out most during that life-changing moment?
The only memory that I had was the girls.
Uh-huh.
That was my fear. Man, that's a tough subject, dude. I don't want to
hit you with the deepest.
Yeah, that's really touchy, because it's a very sensitive part for me, because seeing my girls without a father, it's not.
Yeah.
My plan was, but if you do believe in God, I do believe in God, and I know He has plans of different ways. And I kept praying, please let me be there for them. And I know it's my dad passed away too early, because I could have learned more of becoming a father. Because dad passed away in 2012, and that's when the oldest one was only 1 year old. So I wasn't guided. Okay, now you're gonna be a father. This is the plan. I didn't head into that. There's no Bible or instruction to be a dad. So I had to do it on my own. I mean, if it would have been nice if my dad was there to kind of guide me,
Yeah.
But that was God's plan, so it wasn't mine. So that's the only fear that I had, was losing them.
I hear you.
So yeah, that's the most fearing for me, of not being there for them, walking them in the aisle. Man, I'm not even talking about marriage yet. No way. They're still young, but I mean, just being there for them and seeing them and going through some schools, being them in sports. Just like the youngest one now, she is about to do a golf tournament. First time this weekend.
Yeah, I saw on the IG story there that you had.
Yeah, I posted up. So I was like, man, This is exciting. I'm excited. I don't know about her, but she's
How long has she been doing this?
Honestly, she just started 4 months ago. So I got into golf since the heart attack, because my doctor said you have to find some exercise that it's not too much for your heart.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, cool. Let me go back into to playing golf, because I used to play golf back in the days. Because when I started becoming a driver, and most of the driver plays golf, so I was like, what is this? A nice income for y'all to do this? I was like, yeah, we all deserve it. I was like, okay, cool. So I played for probably like 3 months. I was like, man, this game is too hard. And then before I started playing, I was like, let me just pick up a sport. So that's when I picked up the golf. Then I stopped, and then the bodybuilder came in the world. I started doing it because I had a heat stroke while I was driving the UPS truck. I forgot to mention to you that. That's the reason why I got into bodybuilding, because of that. And then my old coach and my friend of mine, Drew Del Carmen, was the one who persuaded me. I was like, hey, why don't you try to compete? I was like, no, I don't compete, man. I'm not wearing those underwears. But, I found out it was man's physique, which is like board shorts. So I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
So the first competition, that's when I was like, okay, this is nice. I like it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
All right. I'm going to go to this question since you were just talking about bodybuilding. Okay,
Yeah.
as a bodybuilder, you equated strength with physical power. How has your definition of strength changed after this experience?
Oh my gosh, I feel weak now. Ever since the heart attack, I just feel like I can't do anything. I can't even do push-ups. So it took a lot, almost 90% of me, who I was as a bodybuilder and who I am now.
Mm-hmm.
So all the strength that I had, I was doing a lot of PR. For a 40 years old man, can still bench like 325 was my max. And then I was doing a lot of like heavy weights. So I'm like, okay, what is this? Where am I going with? And I felt good.
Yeah.
I felt strong, and then I felt very motivated, and I felt confident. So that's strength I kind of gained from bodybuilding. But then when I lost all that, I was just like, that's what makes me think, well, what was the purpose of the life? What was I doing? Was this even worth it for me? I was like, wow, now I'm thinking about life. This is something different and weird. It's kind of like walking first step again.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really took a lot from me. So
I think it's like a different kind of strength now. It's not just like bodybuilding related.
It's more in mind.
Yeah.
Physically, yeah, I can be strong in there, but I wasn't thinking properly what was this purpose for.
Mm-hmm.
But being a bodybuilder, it gained a lot of your ability you can just kind of walk with your head's eye, and I'm like, oh, I can do this. If I can do this, anyone can do it. Might as well just share it.
Yeah. So you haven't done any bodybuilding since, right?
Oh, no, ever
since
since.
that heart attack.
So after the Olympia, Coach Stein, Mike, everyone knows him as Dr. Frankenstein. A cool brother of mine, man, ever since I met him. But we were training off season already for 2024. And we were training for Pittsburgh, which is one of the biggest competitions from like the Masters. So we already knew that we were going to get our pro card there. So that was the goal. So that January, I'm pretty much was eating anything, but off season, but in a good position. I was eating proper food, but more of it, more value on it.
Okay.
Yeah. But ever since then, no, yeah, I even said it myself. I was like laying in a bed for 7 days. I said, I think I'm done. I turned around. I turned to my right side, and my wife was just sitting there and looking at me. I think she's been crying or just looking at her. I'm just like, man, why? I gotta go. I had to put them in this situation. It's not fair. So I was like, all right, I think it's time for me to throw a towel down.
And before you threw the towel down, how many medals did you win?
Oh my gosh.
Put that on the spot.
15.
15?
15, yeah. 15
right.
medals.
By the way, it's nice to hear all that sonic boom from those jets. I miss hearing those.
That's why I was just like, oh no.
I only hear that in air shows.
Yeah, I literally live right there by Demnek, the air base. So literally the Air Force is right there. This is every morning.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I moved here 2019. I can hear this every morning. I'm just like, my mom's still not used to it because she's a New Yorker, man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she moved in with us 2012 actually 2013 she moved in with us. I took her in because I didn't want her by herself in New York.
Yeah.
And till now she's still not used to this airplane, man. She called it airplane. I was like, it's jet fighters, man. It's a big difference.
I was actually moved by that one video when you were with your mom and you both were like walking outside in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah. So, before my cancer before my heart attack and before my Diana's cancer,
mm-hmm.
she was the first one. She had breast cancer at first, and then the second cancer came back and it became an ovarian cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So before me and the wife, it was her first. So for me to kind of bring her out in the fitness world, so I kind of just like, you know what, you can fight this. So we actually walked that day. So I'm like, man, it was a beautiful morning too.
Yeah.
You couldn't see any pain from her.
No.
If you saw it, she was smiling, just walking.
It sure was.
Like, yeah. So she was a true warrior. So I was like, man, she can do it. If anything happens to me, and I can do the same thing. So
I hear ya.
And then she supported me this bodybuilding work because she saw me bringing trophies left and right. The last time I brought a trophy home was in high school when I was in basketball. And then if you're a kid, if you're parents, you feel that joy when your kids bring something home and like, oh, Dad, you did this. I was like, okay, you're good at it. All right, I'll support you. So, and then my mom sees me on the bodybuilding. It's like, what is that? What? You gonna get money out of that? I was like, I don't know, Ma. I just love doing it. So she walks with me every morning.
Yeah.
But now I don't even walk. She walks every time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the opposite. And I was like, when she wakes me up, I was like, no, Mom, I'm too tired. I can't walk.
Oh, she must have been so proud when you won, all those trophies and medals.
Yeah, there was actually a video and I couldn't find it. And I wanted to send it to you, and then she was screaming in the background. She's like, "That's my son." I was like, "Man, that feels good." And at the same time, you hear in the background with a little girl yelling, "That's my daddy." I was like, "Oh man, that's a beautiful moment." Yeah. And this was in Norfolk. So it was down here, and I believe was I forgot the name of the competition, but I won Master and Open categories. It was nice, and at least they were able to witness that.
Mm. And what's the name of the bodybuilding league you're in, or association?
So, before I started, I was doing OCB, which is natural bodybuilding, and then I wanted to become a top pro, so I started doing NPC. So it's National Physics something physical, yeah. So NPC, that's what they call it. So this is when you see Ronnie Coleman, Arnold. So they're the one who started that competition. So and this is all around the world. So most of the competition I go to is like either in Florida. There's some in Williamsburg, the Orlando, Vegas. Where's the other ones? Chicago. Yeah, that's a lot of places, man. Yeah. You see, it would have. I was trying to plan to do Chicago. It's called Chicago Pro. Last year, if my heart attack never came, then I would have done some of that. Even in they even have one in the Philippines now too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh man, it would be nice to go back into the country, the motherland, and competing there from the United States.
Yeah. You start feeling a lot of you're gonna feel your superpower just coming to you when you're in that country. You're like, yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, dude. Because I remember going back in the Philippines, and then getting off in the Philippine airport, and everyone's staring at you already. It's like, who's this guy? He's famous. He's big. I was like, oh my god. I remember we went to Green Hills. I don't know if you know about Green Hills in Manila. No. Apparently, this is like a bootleg area.
Oh yeah.
You can buy a Rolex there. Anything you need, like name it, polos, Louboutin, they have it all for cheap.
Oh.
So and then one lady always kept yelling. He's like, "Oh, that guy looks like The Rock." He's like, "Are you sure he's not The Rock?" I was like, "Oh my god!" And they can tell you're not from there, so they can smell it too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right, I'm going to ask you this question now. You said this experience woke you up rather than broke you. What's one important lesson or mindset shift you carry with you every day?
Oh, same. Kids is the one I carry the most every day.
Nice.
Being in the bodybuilding world is very selfish sport. So there's times that I've missed the kids doing homework because I'm at the gym and trying to shape myself up in a better physique in the following competition. So it took a lot of time away from my kids. So now it's like, man, they're all grown up. Like, what did I do? So those are the things I look back and I'm just like, what was this for?
Yeah.
What was I doing it for? But don't get me wrong, I love bodybuilding worlds. Until now, I miss being in that part of the fitness world.
Yeah.
So now that's why I video shoot a lot of fitness. So just to kind of still be part of it.
I was about to say.
Yeah. If you see my
I see you
Instagram,
taking a picture of a bodybuilder.
yeah. So a lot of my videos, my videographer, my photography, it's a lot of fitness now. So
That's good.
just to kind of feel still like I'm still part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe you never know. One day, if the doctor say, "Hey, Mark, you can start lifting," boy, you'll see me in the gym quick. But one thing I would never forget is to cherish my life with my kids. This is the only thing I live for is for my kids and my wife. So, and I think there's a big positive of having this heart attack because it really drew myself with the wife. Because since now me and her are both in the medical issue, we kind of like bonded and like, hey, you have this, I have that. So we kind of like try to really work together with this.
Yeah.
So
Now your love is the love from you both is like being tested. This is like, a pivotal moment. Yeah.
it really did. So it's nice that now we actually spend a lot of time together because since we're not working, we're on a disability. So we wake in the morning, she's right there, and I don't have to wake up and babe, I got to go to work because her nursing time is she's a night shifter, I'm a morning.
Oh.
So by the time I come home, she's already leaving. So I'm leaving to work, she's just coming home. So we're like, we got to find some days of like just to kind of hang out. But by the time we trying to say, hey, let's go a date night, the kids is there. It's like now we got to spend time with the kids. And I'm glad that she really sees, what's important for us first.
Yeah. How long have you two been together?
Oh man, 18 years.
Wow.
So our anniversary is coming up in December 13th this year. So 18 years. It's crazy.
Well, by the way, I forgot to mention, and I saw it on your Facebook, but happy belated birthday to you. I know we're just a few days apart on our birthday.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Virgos.
Yeah. We're September boys, man.
Yeah. I think what were they saying about September's? We're the monkeys.
Yeah.
And in I guess in a Chinese calendar. I was like, oh, okay, we're the monkeys then. I don't know what monkeys do, but okay.
All right. Moving forward, how has this experience changed your goals as a photographer, bodybuilder, or even a UPS driver? And are there new dreams or priorities on the horizon?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question because now there's really no goals right now. I'm just living whatever God has put me in a situation. Every minute of it, I'm just kind of like taking advantage of just being with the kids. But at the same time, I miss that fast pace of being hustle.
Yeah.
So I started to work my photography way for next year. So I have like a couple of weddings lined up already for next year. Because you can see, I love doing weddings. I don't know why. It's what the bride. If I give them this like really nice photos and they look at me and they're about to tear up, oh man, I did my job. That feeling feels so good. I'm like, damn, I did something creative, and I always look for that. And I love keep coming back and then kind of just impress those couples, and at least say they can have that memory or print it on their wall, like, oh yeah, that was the photo of my photographer, this and that. It's nice to have like a good compliments from them.
How did you fell in love with photography? If you don't mind me asking, it's an offshoot question, I know.
it was weird, and my dad bought a camera, and he didn't know how to use it.
Oh yeah.
So my dad was into taking pictures of like parties. He likes taking pictures of like any event, a Filipino party. He's always the one taking pictures. So I was like, dang, Dad, why don't you be in the pictures? Why always? He just loves having memory. That's what he says. I like having memories, and I look back. I'm like, oh, look at your grandma, or look at your aunties, and this is what we're so close. Because my dad is a very family heritage, so he always try to keep family together all the time. Even in the Philippines, every weekend, there's always a party in somebody's house, either his brothers or sisters. There's always bonding, no matter what. That's how I grew up, and then even till now, I love having get together. So kind of just bond together and then just pressure that moment. So my dad bought this camera called Canon T something TI,
Was
which
it
is
a
one
Rebel?
of those. Yes, that was the first one, dude.
Image is everything.
Yeah, so it's one of those packages you can buy it in Sam's Club, man.
Yeah.
So he got me a camera. So he bought a camera. So I was like, Dad, do you know how to use it? He's like, no, I don't know. You just put it on automatic. I'm like, huh? So he let me borrow it, and I started taking pictures. He said, okay, just use this camera to take pictures of my granddaughter. Because, excuse me, ever since my first one came out, man, my dad spoils her big time. So he always wanted memories. So he's like, go ahead, take this camera, take pictures of her every moment when she starts talking or whatever memories that you have. So I started playing with it. And at first I was just taking pictures of like flowers. And there's anything that macro that, us can't see.
Yeah.
Or, something that we won't even imagine. I'm like, oh, what the heck is that? It's like, well, trust me, that's a dirt. I shot that from a macro and it looks like this, and you don't know what it looks like. It looks like one of those type of weird shape or whatever.
Yeah.
So I got into that, and then ever since then I'm just like, man, I love taking pictures. And a friend of mine from New York calls me up, hey, I saw the photos that you've been taking and posting it up. He's like, can you do my wedding? I'm like, bro, I don't do weddings. I've never done weddings before. He's like, I'll pay you $900. I was like, 900? Really, to take pictures? I was like, but if I mess it up, don't blame it on me. He's like, how are you going to mess it up? All you do is take pictures. I was like, okay, you got a good point. I'm like, so well, just let me know what to do. I started doing YouTube. So I started teaching myself how to do the triangles. Yeah, so the aperture, ISOs, and the shutter speed. So I started learning all that. I'm like, man, this is interesting.
Yeah.
So I kept, it was a self-taught. So I kept learning and learning right before his wedding. So I prepped myself to do all that. So I was like, oh, I won't mess it up. But I ended up shooting that on automatic. Because I didn't want to mess up the photos.
Yeah.
Came out pretty nice. So I started learning how to edit the photos through Lightroom. That was my first program. Till now, I still use Lightroom. But I learned how to YouTube it, how to edit some raw footage. So that's how I started. And in that first wedding, I got 3 clients from that wedding. So the bridesmaid was like, I want you to shoot my wedding. I was like, and I was totally honest with them. I was like, listen, this is my first wedding. I have no clue what I'm doing here. All I'm here is just making you guys smile and joke around. And if you guys like that, I guess that's what it is. So just to make them smile, catch it. Boom, take a picture of that. Canvas, boom, take a picture.
Now, this customer, this very first guy, the one you want to do the wedding, the wedding photos. What did you? I mean, were you able to show him a portfolio of stuff that you did, or you just said, "Man, just do it," just said it right then and there, like just
Yeah.
shoot it
So
for me.
after I took the shots, right, and I
Mm-hmm.
edited for a couple weeks, I believe, and then I sent it to him, all photos that I edited. And that's when he fell in love. He's like, man, he is like, see, I told you can shoot. I was like, man. I was so scared out there in the wedding. I was like, I didn't even know what to do. I was like, well, you looked like you knew what you were doing. I was like, okay.
That's
And
good. The
that's,
work spoke for itself.
yeah, so that kind of clicked. So I was like, man, I want to do this as a business. So I started
That's
doing,
awesome.
I went back to school to
Mhm.
do you might know the school here in Virginia Beach is called the Arts Institution.
Is that
So,
in Town Center?
yeah.
Ah,
So they had a program for it's called business management for media,
uh-huh.
and they have like editing class for Photoshops and any Lightrooms. So I took that class, and I'm like, man, it was a waste of money. I'm
Oh
sorry,
yeah.
Art Institution, if y'all hearing this, I learned more in YouTube rather than going to school. So I kind of spent my money for no reason, but I kind of learned a little bit of it in there. So
Yeah.
not much, but yeah. If you want to learn something, go straight to YouTube.
Yeah, you'll find
Do the
all your
research
answers there.
yourself. You can find everything in there.
Anything about Life 101 you will find on YouTube.
Oh yes, anything. So that's why it's good having like the social medias that we have now, like
Yeah.
influencer. So which is kind of cool, but at the same time, it is kind of very bad in a way because people get so addicted to it that it feels
Yeah.
like they live in YouTube. Like you don't need to be doing that. Like go outside, enjoy the weather,
Mm-hmm.
go biking, or go get dirty, something. Like this
Yeah.
my kids. Oh my gosh, put the computer down, please. Stop watching YouTube. Go outside and play some dirt. I don't know. Just come home when you're dirty. That's how we are when we're kids. We come out and we're all dirty, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But no, this kid is all about computers. So I'm just like, all right. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I started with the photography, and then I shadowed a wedding photographer, and you might know him. He's very famous here in Virginia Beach. He's Glenn Fajota.
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, Filipino guy. So I kind of shadowed him for 2 years. So every wedding he does, I was a second shooter, or I'm like, hey, do you have any gigs? I can just do the free to shadow what you're doing. So I was following him.
Oh, that's
And after
wonderful.
that, I saw what he was doing. I was like, I think I'm ready to kind of like break off
Mm-hmm.
and start to the courthouse. Got my business license. I started doing bridal shows with Emer that owns Showbread.
Oh yeah.
So
I
that's
worked
when
with him.
it's
I worked with him before a long, long time ago.
yeah. See, a lot of people knows who Emer is.
Yeah, he's a legend. Stuff.
Yeah, he is. I mean, till now he's still a legend. Look at him.
Oh yeah, he's shining. I mean, he's so young at heart, man. He does not
Man.
age.
He doesn't age. You don't see him complaining. He's
Mhm.
always on the go. He's always smiling. I was just like, man, this guy. I want to be like him.
Yeah.
No problems whatsoever. It's like he doesn't show his stress. He's just like, oh, whatever. He just laughs about it. But I'm pretty sure he comes home, he's pulling his hair out.
Yeah.
And being in the wedding industry it's not fun. Especially when you get the bride Godzilla.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of there's a lot of thoughts to careful planning when it comes to weddings, and I know they want things done to a T.
Yeah. Like every minute of it, I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah. I
But
know sometimes it's all
it's
nervousness going on. The time is ticking, and they're like, "Oh, is this gonna go
Yeah.
well?"
it's like you don't know how the wedding's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of them is gonna be late, and
Yeah.
one doesn't show up, and you just like sitting there, standing there, and trying to take a picture, but their faces are not where you want it to be.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this is gonna be a bad wedding.
Have you
But
had
so
those kind
far,
of days?
no.
No.
So far,
Okay.
everything was perfect.
Oh, all right.
The only bad part is that when I find out that the couple had a divorce after 6 months, I was like, I still have your album. Sick. You still want it? And it's funny, the couple that I did, the album is right there still sitting here.
Greatest
So
hits.
I guess she said keep it. I'm like, all right, you paid for it, but
yeah,
that's the only crushing part. It's like, oh my gosh, you guys look so good in a day, and the next thing you know, I was like, what happened? I'm like, I guess she said it wasn't meant to be. So I was like, wow, you should have known that before you got married.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, love is blind, right?
Yeah.
So you'll never know.
All right, shifting gears here. Moving on to the other job. As a UPS driver, you're out in the community every day. What is the most surprising or memorable interaction that you've had with someone on your route in Virginia Beach or wherever you're going in the area?
Oh man, there's some good and bad in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't say that in here.
Okay.
Let's just say I've seen crazy stuff that goes on here in Virginia Beach that you're thinking it's such a nice community here, but there's some crazy stuff that goes on there, man. There's a lot of wives or husbands cheats. Let's just say that. There's times I remember when I was telling my coworker, I was like, bro, I just saw someone ran out of the house with their underwear and another guy was chasing him. And I was sitting in my truck I was eating my lunch, and I was like, oh wow, what a perfect lunchtime. That's the crazy part I've seen. But other than a positive note of being a UPS driver, you get to meet so many people.
Yeah.
Genuine, honest, cool people. And they look out for you. Every Christmas it comes around, oh my gosh, good tips, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't ask for it. I'm like, we're not supposed to have that, but they'll give you a really nice, especially the neighborhood that I was doing at the oceanfront for almost 3-4 years.
Uh-huh.
The First Street all the way down to 16th Street, and then I have the housing nearby there, and then everyone knows me there. And especially at the Atlantic Avenue, all the convenience stores there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone knows. They all know me there. So you get to meet a lot of genuine people that's still like, wow. There's still hope of humanity.
Now, is this still your route that you do?
No, I've done some ghetto area. If you're familiar with Newtown Road and Lake Edward.
Wow, my mom's nearby over there, but she lives on what's called the Hagen side. So,
oh, that's the good part. That was actually my route from almost 2 years as well. Mm-hmm. And that was my route 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so the Haggard area all the way down to the Boulevard was my area. Before Bayside High School.
Okay.
So I don't hit the Bayside area. So from there all the way down to the Boulevard is my area.
Mm.
So that was a really nice area. That was actually very quiet. And you can tell each neighbor you do, it's like they're kind of like themselves. So this is a community is like, oh, they don't care about anyone else. And then you'll find a different route like, oh, everyone knows each other there.
Yeah.
It's insane how we put ourselves into different categories. And that's, becoming a UPS driver, you can tell who the good and the bad ones are.
Yeah.
There's a neighborhood that you got to stay away from or don't even talk back. Just kind of like, I'm sorry. Deal with the boss for that. Call the UPS store or call the UPS boss. That's just something that you just got to avoid.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose your job because you said something stupid. So it's not worth of losing that job that I was given to.
Yeah. Wow, it's so neat how we just jump from one question to another, and they're all different types of jobs.
I'm telling you,
career.
Like that's one where you asked me this question, I was like, man, this is gonna be a different type of stories from bodybuilding, UPS stores, and photography. Even some of my friends is like, how do you handle all three of them? I'm like, dude, you just gotta balance every time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do it all at once. I mean, if the wedding's coming on Saturday, okay, cool. I have Monday to Friday to work for UPS, and then Sunday is family time. And so you just got to really break it up. You can't just and I was just happy that my business kind of didn't really do too much of marketing. It was all in word of mouth. So from weddings, bridesmaids. Oh, here I refer you to this. So pretty much, I didn't have to do too much of marketing my business. So it was all just word of mouth.
Okay.
There was a lot of wedding I've done before COVID hits.
Yeah.
But then COVID hits. Oh man, I just went.
It slowed things big time, didn't it?
Oh, it slowed down big time. But in a way, I'm glad it did happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, it was taking a lot of times off of my family. I couldn't breathe anymore. So I was working Monday to Friday, doing 10 hours a day, sometimes 11 hours a day at UPS. And then Saturday, wake up in the morning, I got to do a wedding. So then after that wedding, I have to upload all the photos again the next Sunday, early in the morning, just to get some time with the kids and the family to go to church. And then after church, go home, lunch, and then just find like 2 to 3 hours to kind of like start, editing those photos.
Yeah.
But it got to a part where it's like I was so behind because I did one wedding the following weekend, and then another weekend I did Saturday and Sunday, so it was back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so I had like 20,000 images I got to edit. So I was like, wow. I'm glad it slowed down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't want to slow down, so it was just kind of those, man, what's the point of me slowing down? If I'm still young and I can still do it, I'm going to just keep going. But I wasn't thinking properly that, wow, it's taking a lot of time off my family. So, but now that it's slowed down, I'm like, oh man, I'm living, I'm breathing.
Yeah. I'll tell you a little bit about myself during that time. I was working for a friend's business. I'm just going to I'll give you all a plug over there. Finest liquors and spirits. I was doing several runs for them. I was driving, and this is one of the perfect times when you drive. There was barely any traffic.
Oh yes.
I loaded all the the wines and the alcohol and into my little small car, and I worked for like maybe almost 8 hours each time, and it's just awesome to be hanging out, talking to people. Sometimes even how far they are. When I'm in my car though, I bring this little fellow with me, so I have like a friend,
Baby yoga,
to keep me company because I really didn't have that much people talking to me around that time, and we always had to do social distancing a lot. And people don't want to like talk that much. They'll be like, "Oh, just drop the thing over there. Thank you."
Yeah, those are the best moment, dude.
Yeah,
not interacting with anybody.
And I've never seen like Chicago so quiet. It's like a ghost town.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that's how big of an impact this pandemic was during its onset.
And I always thought ever since that COVID happened, I thought my life was done. Yeah. Our life was done. So that's why I kept saying, I was like, I think this is the end of the world. But the only thing, it was like everyone was off, but us were essential, so we had to work. But the best part was, like you said, there was nobody in the road.
Mm-hmm.
You know how fast I was going on that freaking truck?
Oh.
I don't have to curse anybody. I'm like, get off the road. There was no road rage. It was just perfect. It was so quiet.
Yeah. Delivering
packages, and then they're at the door like this. Thank you. I appreciate your job. I'm like, oh yeah. Just don't come outside the door. Very good. That was the best moment, man. It was nice. But then when you look back, I'm like, damn. And the weird part when I caught the COVID as well, wife too.
Oh.
But kids was positive, but no symptoms.
Mm.
So that was weird. So now I was out of job for 2 weeks because I couldn't go back until I was cleared. But the COVID really hit me hard because I had some lung issues. So that I was down I thought that was it for me. And you know how social media is, people are dying, putting like dead bodies in the trucks. I was like, man, don't tell me this is going to happen to me. I was like, please, like, God, if whatever plans you have, if we're going to die, please, all of us make sure that we are sleeping when we died. I do not want to see my daughter died, my wife died, in action and live and seeing it face to face. Let's just keep it simple. If you want us to go, make sure we're all sleeping when you die.
You know what was scary was just seeing the number of deaths increased. Like there's this count
Yeah.
on the screen when they're doing the news. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, watching that, I was just like, yo, what is this real? Especially I saw it in New York news. They were dumping bodies inside the trailer truck.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, and I was like, this is insane. I was like, what is going on? And that's what we kept saying. I was like, yeah, it's the end of the world. It's coming. And I remember that moment that night. I prayed. I was like, if you're gonna take us, make sure we're all sleeping. I don't want to wake up and seeing, oh, my wife is dead from the bed. I'm like, dude, no. It's a heartbreaking. Seeing somebody that you love that passed away just like that, and I'm just like, oh. And back into my heart attack, the same thing. I'm like, not my time yet, please.
Okay, let's go through something even more enlightening.
Yeah, that's the sad parts, man. Let's stay away from that.
All right, Virginia Beach has a mix of urban energy and natural beauty. Where's your favorite local spot to unwind or find inspiration for your photography, and why does it resonate with you?
Virginia Beach really had that much vibe here. All we have is ocean and sand.
Yeah, that's the attraction right there.
Yeah, that's the only attraction. That's why all of my New Yorker friends is like, bro, why did you move to South? Like, what did you find something? I told them it's peaceful.
Yeah.
It's not like you in New York. You wake up, you got to go to work. You come back from work, you got to sleep. And now start over again. Start doing that, and you got to hustle this and that. It's just too hectic in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Right before you even get to your job, you're already fighting somebody in the subway. So Virginia is just so calm. And when you're in a neighborhood, people say hi to you.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning. I'm like, whoa, that's weird. First time I moved to Virginia Beach, when someone say hi to you on the street, I'm like, yo, I'm not from here. Because in New York, we don't say hi to anyone in the morning in the block or going to work. We don't do that. We're too damn busy of going to the subway and get to work. Our heads are down. We're going. Here, they'll take time to say hi. That's why I was like, man, this Virginia Beach is really nice. But other than to find relief or just kind of stop for a minute, I've never had a chance to, like I said in one of the questions, I never learned to slow down. I'm always on the go. So I never really appreciate what's here in Virginia Beach until the heart attack. I was able to, drive around to see the neighborhood and the oceanfront. I stopped going to oceanfront because of the situation that goes on there every night.
Oh, yeah.
I used to love going out there. Like before we got married, me and my cousin always go to oceanfront. We always have a spot there, and everyone knows us there. And we always get a free drinks too. And after that, we'll go to this restaurant called I totally forgot what it was. It was in the Boulevard. Everyone goes there, so that was a really nice spot. But as far as photography, I love watching sunset. That's like one of the best part. And if you notice, I'm not sure if I had one here, but there's one right there.
Yeah.
This is at the oceanfront, and I took this sunset when it was very cloudy, and I did a little dramatic photos in there. And those are the one that I kind of look back and I'm like, man, if we can have sunset every night, it would be nice. A perfect cloud. And if you see it on my Mark R Photography, you'll see a famous photo there that I took. It was very cloudy on top, and it was a bride right on top of the rock. And I think I had a lot of views on that photo.
That's wonderful.
So yeah, those are the one I kind of look back. But downtime, just like being home. Right at my comfortable couch and watch Netflix. And see my wife next to me. That's it.
That's awesome.
I find that very, very peaceful. Just me and her laugh about anything stupid.
That's me now after the pandemic. Things have sort of like slowed down, and I remember I was just so into big crowds, back then. And now I'm like just with my closest circle, and that only can consist of probably 5, 10 people at the most. And I enjoy that. I enjoy the simple approach to life now. Especially at this age,
Yeah, I think that's what happens when you get old.
Yeah.
It's like you just want to just relax and then enjoy like certain, numbers of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like normally when my every birthday I go, because I always celebrate my birthday with my dad, because my dad's birthday is on the 19th of September.
Uh-huh.
And my birthday was on the 21st. So there's no point of celebrating it separately. So me and him
together.
always celebrate. So ever since he passed away, I kind of don't like celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
So since then, I kind of we still celebrate, but in such a small pack. Really small, just the close friends and families. That's it. Because it's nice, and then because you get to see your cousin for a long time, you haven't seen, and you kind of just bonded and talk instead of you going out there and trying to entertain everyone else.
Yeah.
I like that small, numbers. But yeah, I think that's what good reason why we had that COVID. It teaches to kind of slow down and appreciate what's around you. So
Right. Let me ask you a question. Okay, you were my friend for quite a while now, for a number of years now.
yeah,
How did we met? Did we met through someone? Because we never met like in person, nor have we done something like this. Was there someone in common?
That's I kept asking that same question too. Good thing you asked, because I was gonna ask you about that. It's like, how did we met? Like, how did we bump to each other?
Yeah.
And I think we just met through online. Yeah, or either that, or I might have seen you like in a Philippine parade.
Mm.
And then that's why I'm trying to name friends. I'm like, oh, who's Alvin? Because I know two Alvins. There's Basilino and there's Alvin that owns Iron Asylum here in Virginia Beach. Those are two Alvins I know, because I don't really too many Filipinos here in Virginia. But the most I know is like Paul Manalang.
Oh,
Paul Manalang.
I know him. Yeah.
See? We probably met through him, because Paul was one of my friends first when I moved here.
Yeah.
Well, technically, when I moved in here was my cousin Eric.
Uh-huh.
And then my cousin Mary Tamandong, which is married to my cousin's friend. And now is my friend. He's just kind of bounced around. And then every time we go out the bar or a club, we're always meeting new Filipinos.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet it's one of those club or a bar I probably met you one time.
Wow.
We might have just kind of like crossed path. We didn't know.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, we had, what was it, back in the days, we had MySpace.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. That's why I wanted to ask. It's like, how did we met in person? I don't think we have. I think we just kind of like met through like the Instagrams or Facebook.
Yeah.
So,
And
I'm pretty sure.
Awesome. I find that awesome, by the way.
I'm pretty sure we do have like acquaintance with certain friends, like Paul Manalang. There you go. That's like one of the number connection guy you got to run to, because this guy knows everybody.
I never knew that he would ever be in the hotel business. Just like looking at him for the first time when he first moved, I never thought that he would ever do something like that. But it's amazing now what he has become.
It would be a good podcast with him.
Yeah,
I've watched him. I've watched him grow. I've seen him from down and then up.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's all up, 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 up. That guy amazed me. He was the one actually, he was actually the one who got me started in the bodybuilding world.
Oh.
Because we were like, hey, I need to start losing weight. So I was like, all right, cool. We'll start. So we counted 30 days. First day we work out. This is almost every day. So every day me and him work out, calls me up every early in the morning, and we'll go out to the gym at Iron Asylum at the London Bridge. That's our gym right there. Every morning we'll count 30 days. After 31st, he stopped going. And I still kept going. I was like, "Paul, come on, what's going on?" He's like, "Man, I'm tired. I don't want to do it anymore." So technically, he was the one who got me involved in bodybuilding worlds.
Oh, that's awesome. It has to
He was
start
the only,
somewhere.
yeah, he's the only one that stopped counting, and I kept going. I fell in love with that pain, so I was like, "All right, let me just keep going." So then he saw the result. He's like, "Damn, bro, you did it." I was like, "I just kept going. I didn't even think of anything. It just didn't stop."
Mm-hmm.
He'll be good in a podcast because I've seen him from down to up. Man. He amazed me. So the person that he is now,
yeah,
it's like wow.
I
look up to him.
The first time I was introduced to Paul was in the International Christian Church over there on Holland Road.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And I was a member of that church for quite a while until I moved out to Orlando. But I was very happy and honored to have met Paul, during his earlier years back when he had hair, all
Yeah.
that beautiful hair he had, and and also meeting his sister. I didn't know that she would turn out to be, wow, such an amazing person today. I know she is just, oh man, I can't even put into words about his sister. Being involved with education. You know,
Yeah, I heard
over
that
there
she
in
went
Norfolk
back to
State.
school.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it was, she has like what, 3 degrees already? I'm not
yeah.
sure. I'm like, wow, that's
Yeah,
good.
she was here in Chicago at one point. That's just right before I popped into the picture here. All
Oh,
right,
wow.
all right, here we go, man. You can tell I'm just jumping onto these questions here. We're not going to answer like all of them, but I'll try to get to most of them.
I totally forgot what those questions that you gave me. I was like, all right, we'll just
See,
kind of
we're
just like
vibing, man. This is what it's
vibing
all
now.
about. Yeah, we don't necessarily have to go through every single question. It sounds like an
Right, right.
interrogation.
And it's just like sometimes those questions are like, man, how do I properly answer those? I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go who I am,
Yeah,
and I just go, just whatever I feel. I'm gonna just say it.
and so far so good.
This, yeah.
Now, if you could photograph any person or place in Virginia Beach to tell a story about resilience or passion, who or what it would be, and how would you capture it?
Ooh, tough question. Honestly, I just focus on weddings
Mm-hmm.
photos, and anything has to do with any type of character as a person.
Yeah.
I like capturing that without me telling you what type of poses you're trying to do. I just taking pictures. I like taking picture when it's randomly a smile, like a genuine smile. There's no fake. Everyone smiles
Mm-hmm.
like smile, and then out of nowhere you're looking somebody and you're looking at someone, and you just out of nowhere smile because that person says something, and
Yeah.
I was able to capture that. That's the moment right there.
That's good.
That's priceless, because and then taking picture of elders.
Oh yeah.
A lot of weddings I've done, I always try to make sure I get the grandpa or the dad or the moms a lot in the photos, because you never know how their life is going to be, either short or long. And I was able to be there to capture that moment for that family. Because I've gotten email so many times, hey, Mark, do you still have photos of my grandfather? I was like, of course. I was like, here's your link. Don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
This link is forever yours until Donald Trump maybe shut down the internet. Who knows? But yes, so I was able to capture that moment with their grandparents, while they were still alive.
Yeah.
So because pictures explains a lot of thousand words, explains so many words. So those are the moments I cherish.
Yeah.
Memories.
Speaking of old people, I remember I was talking with Dave Allegre, of course, and some other individuals who also do videography, and I was telling them, like, imagine if we did like a big documentary on all these whoever's left, military veterans, especially Filipinos. I mean, it's amazing if we could get all the information from them, and of course take pictures or videos of them, because they're making
Dude, that
they're an important part of this community, and I know
right.
many are dying. So I just wish we could somehow preserve all of whatever they had and put into a story, whether it's through pictures like what you do, take pictures of
Right.
people, because when you
That's
look at their faces, it tells a lot what they went through.
mm-hmm. It's a lot. Um, that's funny how you said that about the old people too, because you'd be surprised. UPS was not my only job. I was actually working for a nursing home too.
Oh wow.
So that was not my dream. That was actually my mom. She's like, you need to be a nurse. That's all I kept saying. You need to be a nurse. So I become a nurse as a medical assistant.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a little license for the elders. So I was working in a nursing home for a while. And then most of my patients are retired vet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so sad seeing them dementia or something heart, some heart issues or some medical issues, and they're left in the nursing home. So it's like this whole time you were living, now your kids just dump you in the nursing home. So your whole story just kind of collapsed right in the trash can. It's just so sad. I'm like, man, and it's nice for me to just kind of like watch them and then ask them question how your life was, and they always say it's like, yo, my life was good. So there was always was. That word was that bothered me. I was like, what do you mean? What about now? So it seems like they made the memory, and after that, they got sick. Everything stops.
Yeah.
So that's the sad part. I'm just like, man, I can't work in this industry. I'll probably be crying every day. So I was like, nope, I don't like seeing death, dude. I just want to see some, living good life.
Yeah. I remembered my one of my ex-girlfriends, she was a nursing assistant or one of those one of those. I think she was a CNA. She was, well, now she's a registered nurse. But I remember when I visited the nursing home, since she worked there, during the night times. I think during the daytime she worked at 7-Eleven or Hardee's. Yeah, she had quite a life. And she was, making a lot of friends over there. She introduced me to, certain individuals, and then they're all nice people. I mean, each one of them, has a story, but man, when they start passing away, it just hurts, man. Because man, I was just, having this relationship with them, being friends, and even taking one to the beach, and next thing you know, he dies like a couple days later.
But
this was like his last wish. I didn't even know that he was dying.
Yeah, see, that's what I learned from having that heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Every minute of it counts.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to pressure, and you wake up in the morning, you say, thank you, God, for I'm still awake.
Yeah.
And I'll make this best out of me. So that's you, because you never know. I mean, I always thought, oh, I'm going to die on old age, right? With no health issue. So that's why I did, like, I work out this and that so I can, be there for my kids. But then next thing you know, I'm like, oh, shit, I got a heart issue. And then my wife, so young, for 40 years old, and now she has a cancer. And I'm like, there's no cancer in your family whatsoever. How did you get it? See, so you really don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Man, I remember, like, I'll be talking to them, we're all smiling. Next thing you know, their dentures fall off, or their fingernails is like coming out.
Oh, man,
so sad that they can't take care of themselves anymore.
Yeah, I remember that those times at the nursing home, like I had to like really wipe their feces and then really take their clothes because they don't remember, they don't know how to do it anymore. And you look back and I'm like, man, I remember living in the Philippines. It wasn't like this. Like us Filipino, we always keep it one circle. We're all happy already.
Yeah,
that's why I like about it in the Philippines. It's so simple of living out there. All you need is a big house. Everyone lives in that house. There's no nursing home back home. No, we gotta take care of my nana and tata.
Family, man. We're together. Yep.
So then just working in a nursing home, like, yo, your daughter just left you here. Your son just left you here. It's like, yeah. And then the sad part is if they have like the third stage of dementia, and I'll ask them, hey, do you remember your son and your daughter? Like, oh, I don't have one, but they have family photos in their bed. And I'm just like, man. And then sometimes the daughter comes visit. I'm like, man, it's been like almost a month. You never haven't came to just to say hi to your dad. And it's a sad part for them because they don't want to be there. And then next thing you know, his dad's like, who are you? That hurts too.
Yeah.
So we can't really blame them as well. Can't blame the situation. It's just part of life. It just sucked that they have to be in that facility, and it's hard. I mean, I'm pretty sure it will be really heartbreaking if any of our family has dementia and doesn't remember you. All the memory that you just created back then, all gone.
Yeah.
Because of that sickness. So I'm like,
I think my mom right now, she has this thing. I think it's called paranoia. But then some people are thinking that she's already had dementia, some type of dementia, not the one where she doesn't remember me, as her son anymore. But that part hasn't happened yet. But she was scammed last year. She was talking to some representative over the phone, and she trusted this individual, gave away information, and after that, she's just not the same anymore. Now she's paranoid on everything. Whenever I call her, there's like a sound just like this. You wonders what that is, or the sound of grocery carts. As I'm talking to her over the phone, she's just being so, disturbed by anything really. And she even like got to my oldest brother's mentality. This is why he did what he did, because he can no longer resort, to the loving mom that once was. She's not there anymore, so he does the unthinkable.
Oh man,
yeah. So right now, I'm dealing with her, and hopefully, things will be okay in December when I see them, because it's really tough right now for me and my younger brother, who I've been talking, just about every week. He's the only brother I have, and I'm the only brother he has, and we just have to rely on each other through communications to, just to make sure that both of us are okay. And I never felt so close to my brother, until what happened to my oldest one. So.
Yeah, see, that's one thing about really sad about for us to get closer to someone is someone has to be taken away from us.
Yeah.
So it would be really nice for us just to kind of like get together without even, a funerals or something happened, this and that. It should be always together, and that's the motto I'm trying to teach the kids. I'm like, kept telling them, you got to spend time with us, because you don't know if I'll be awake tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And I told them already, it's like, I know you felt that feeling when I had a heart attack and I wasn't home for a week. So they were scared. So yeah.
I know it's kind of scary when I bring this up, and I know my mom is currently going through that, especially my brother's stuff, what to do with it, and she's now in charge of his belongings, whatever it is, his property. Of course, she can't touch his computer and all those other stuff that are private. Can't log into those. Of course, the gun that he had, the one that he took his life with, that was taken away. But there's the leftover ones that can be resold, and she has to work with someone, some store person or business that deals with reselling firearms after a person dies. So that's the part that we're trying to iron out right now. I'm not sure how she's going to handle that. I know that me and my family are having a little bit of some differences right now. She's always talking about financial stuff, and she just goes hardcore on it, and that's just about every day she talks about. She doesn't even talk about my brother's death. She doesn't actually mourn his death, and it's just us. Me and my brother are the ones that are always talking about losing him.
That's the funny part when you said that. It kind of felt like it's a different story to what you're going through and the story I'm going through. So I know certain people can't handle the losing part.
Yeah.
And I've noticed when I had a heart attack, people kind of fade away because they don't want to, like, oh, I'm so close to Mark, and next thing you know, he had this and he could this and that. I don't want to be broken. Like, because I'm so close to him, what happened if this, now I'm going to be miserable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe mom is thinking that way, or trying to find a different way to kind of cope that situation.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that, and ever since I had a heart attack, I'm just like, why is it so some people are afraid just to call me and say, hey, how you doing? And then completely some people just stop calling. I'm like, really? We used to like chit chat every day, hang out every day, and next thing you know, it's just stop.
Wow.
They're afraid of being close to someone that is close to death. Because that's the part I don't get. I'm like, if a friend of mine is close to death, dude, I'll be hanging out with you every day. I'm like, hey, let's go use your savings. Let's go skydiving. Make your life, make something out of it, dude.
Yeah.
Let some good memories. I always thought dying is a bad thing, but it's just saying goodbye and I'll see you later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like a goodbye forever. So I guess there's different people how to coop that. They don't know how to handle the pain.
Yeah.
Ever since I lost my dad, I was just like, I didn't know what to think. I don't know what to feel.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I'm going. And there was no direction. Those are the things I was feeling, but I wasn't dwelling too much because then it will affect the others. So I try to keep that on my own and just kind of dwelled it and just talk to him. Like, I know spirits around. I know God is real. So I'm just like, oh, I pray that you take this pain away from me. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just like some people can't really handle that pain. Some people will go. Some people even kill themselves because of that.
Yeah.
So those are the things that are hard to understand.
The unexpected can always happen. Have you tried, writing a will already? Have you set up a will for your loved ones in case?
So, wife and I are scared to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're told to do the will. So, and I'm like, everything I have here is just gonna go straight to my daughter. And then I really don't have money like that to give out to my kids. So the only thing I can give out to them is I'll just make sure that my life insurance still keeps going, and they'll be set. But writing a will is the hardest part. Yeah. And I've seen people write their stories from the military, like going to war, and because sometimes your lack of words, you don't know what to say. So, my wife and I looked at each other. I was like, "Dude, we have to write a will." I was like, "What do we do?" And I told my wife, I was like, "I'm not writing a will. I'll make a video of me just doing this, talking, and straight up to your heart rather than writing it. And at least you have a video of me talking to you straight to the camera." You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, this is a new era. I'm like, why am I going to write? I'll just talk to the camera and talk to you like I'm blogging. So at least, when you're time to watch, you're watching me and we're talking. And then you can kind of respond to that even though I'm not hearing you. That's why I said, I was like, no, I'm going to write instead of writing a will, I'm just going to make a video and give it to the bank and then tell the lawyer this is what's going to happen. So that's my will.
Mm-hmm. So is your will like in the cloud, or is it in a hard drive or in a flash drive?
Honestly, there's only a minute I've done. Okay. I want to make it at least an hour or two of talking to that.
Oh.
I'm trying to be consistent on it, but there's times like when I'm trying to talk to the camera, I just start crying. So and I didn't want to be that, tears in the camera, because then my kids will see that I'm like, oh, Dad was sad the whole time talking to me. No, I'm just kind of trying to avoid that. But it's been rough. It's been very emotional. This 2 years now since the heart attack. Well, not 2 years, a year and 8 months now. It's been.
Mm-hmm.
But slowly and surely, I'm coming around. But like I said before, bodybuilding, the heart attack really took a lot from me. Almost 95% of me.
Yeah.
So now I'm like living that 5%, trying to figure out where I need to be financially. Where do I need to go in the future? What's going to happen? It's all that stuff like rumbled in my head. But thank God that my wife is such a positive person that she kind of just tells me, what's the point of thinking it and arguing about it? Just live it. It's there. Let's just deal with it and just enjoy life every minute of it. So I'm like, wow. So that's why when I told you earlier, the wife really she means a lot to me. She's like the half of me. She's the one that puts a whole thing about me, and then I learned a lot from her. And then just me, just her me and her just spending times. Even though she's my caddy and when we play golf, she's with me every time. And then some of my buddies gets jealous. It's like, man, your wife goes with you without complaining? I'm like, yeah, she just comes and we enjoy it. Yes. So that's why I'm like, hey. So that's the good part of what's going on. There's no bad stuff that happened to the heart attack. It was the good stuff.
go to the wayside here, and I know this is one question that would probably be very emotional to ask. Is I know you're among the living right now, but in case if something does happen, this question here I would like to ask you now: how would you like to be remembered? How would you like your legacy to be remembered?
The guy that smiles a lot. That's what I remember. I want to be remembered the guy that you can talk to easily, and you can sit down and just remember. Oh, Mark said this. Oh, Mark made me smile. Oh, Mark did this for me. Those are the ones that would really touch me the most. The time that you with me, the time that you know who I am, the time what I was there for you, or the time that I'd said something or did for you. Those are what I would like to be remembered. Not things that I accomplished. Those things I've accomplished is just gold medals, having rewards in bodybuildings, or getting paid so much money from a wedding. Those doesn't really count for me. Mm-hmm. Those is just material things that to support my family. But one thing that I really want to be a legend or a GOAT is being a good friend. It's one thing I will cherish. Ever since that heart attack, it taught me a lot of what life is really about. And 3 words is to love, to serve, and to know. So, yeah, it's a little touchy, man.
Yeah, that was very moving.
Being close to death is just, it's a fear. It's a fear that is hard to get rid of, but it's something that I have to accept it and just keep going. It's a battle, a journey. Like I always said about bodybuilding, it's a journey that you have to go through. Everyone has a different journey, and this is my journey of learning what life is really about. Yeah, that's a really touchy question, but I answered it.
Yeah, and you did it well. Man, I can't believe I've never had the chance to have gotten to know you until today, man. We've been friends, of course, we've been chatting here and there, but wow, talking to you is certainly an honor, man. I just wish it would have happened earlier on, but I'm just thankful to God that I had this chance to get to know you finally, up front.
Yeah, I think God told us not yet.
Yeah.
Because if we did this podcast, I probably won't even answer you certain questions or answers it should be answered, because my mind was all over the place. I wasn't in the proper positions at the time, and I was just blank, dude. I just didn't know what to do. So I'm glad, I'm telling you, there's a pattern of life. There's the guy's gonna tell you, hey, there's a guy you're gonna meet, or there's this guy you're gonna talk to at podcast, or there's some another person's hearing this podcast will probably help them because they're going through the same thing.
Yes.
And they just don't know how to handle it. Like, trust me, everyone, if you guys are watching, there's no Bible or a book to handle a situation like this. You just have to keep your head up, keep walking what the life has given you. Don't feel guilty. Just be grateful that you are still living.
Yes.
And find yourself on the first step, and God will be in the second step to guide you. That's all you can do. Either you believe in God or not, no matter what, He's always walking side by side. That's how I learned.
Awesome.
You can't climb up that stair by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a village for you to know what your purpose is.
Yeah.
And sometimes the village will collapse, and that one person will bring you back up and put a curtain in your house. That's all that matters. That's the legend that I always want to be remembered. The guy that always smiles and cracks jokes every time. I'm telling you, when I get drunk, it's over too. Cheers. Yeah, I make good, easy friends. I get along with a lot of people. I don't have any enemies. So
yeah, and I hope to meet you probably in December. That's one of my goals. Yeah, I want to finally meet you in person in December.
Dude, you know what we do when you come back in December? We should do like a podcast right there.
Oh yeah, we
Live, and
should.
then let's call Dave. Let's get together and just put a big podcast live in one camera.
Yeah.
That'd be really dope. And it would just because dude, your podcast is amazing because there's a lot of like steps that other people can learn from it. So
Yeah.
and I've watched your podcast. It's getting up
Thank
there.
you.
Needs to get out. Don't give up. Just keep going.
Oh, thank
You'll
you.
you'll meet a lot of people, different people too as well.
All right, as we're wrapping up this podcast here, I'm just going to ask these, a few questions on this time we have. Uh, it's regarding your wife, Diana, and just a few questions I just wanted to ask you. Okay, Diana went through chemotherapy and is now. You said she's in stage 1.
She's in stage 1 now. Yeah.
Okay, that is an incredible milestone. Can you share a moment during her treatment that really showed her strength or changed how you both approached life?
That girl she amazed me. The pain that she went through, surgery, and you can tell that pictures you have, I sent you, even during the surgery, she was still smiling. She is one of the warriors that I ever met.
Yeah.
The best woman you can possibly known. This girl thinks positive no matter what. She gets depressed sometimes, but she would not show it. It took a lot of her. It damaged a lot of her system.
Mm-hmm.
No, she wakes up in the morning, she's in pain, looks at me, still smile.
Wow.
She'll say, "Hey, what are we doing today?" She's always finding positive to kind of just keep going because, like I said earlier, my wife and I are living for our kids. Because as kids nowadays, our generations are different. So the only thing we can be is really be there for them and just guide them. We can't really teach these kids what to do. I mean, they're smart.
Yeah.
Technically, we're just there kind of like support them. Like, and I don't want to be an old school like parents. You can't do this. You can't do that. Oh, you need to be this when you're college or this. I tell my kids, you have to you need to learn to plan. That's your own. We're just here to support you.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be here forever. So we're just trying to teach you to respect others and be nice to others and do what you need to do to be a successful person. So yeah, when Diana went through that chemo, one thing that hurts me the most is when I was shaving her hair.
Oh.
When she started to lose her hair, we knew that this cancer was bad because she had called type 3 stage. It's called HERA stage 4, so it's very aggressive. So she found out December of 2022, and she didn't tell me because at first we were talking. She found a big lump in her breast, and she was like, and I felt it. I was like, man, it was this big. It looks like a soap inside her breast, and it was hard, but it was moving. So I told her to get that checked, but she never told me what the result was until Christmas. She found that Friday, Christmas Eve, because Christmas Eve, UPS driver, we got to work.
Yeah.
We got to deliver those last minute boxes, So she didn't want to tell me that day, even the day of Christmas. She didn't want to break nobody's, Christmas spirit. You see how unselfish she was? She kept it on the side, smiled the whole entire time, and laughed any jokes during Christmas Day, and I didn't even notice it. She put it on the side, and that's how I'm like, how do you do that? I can't. Once I'm feeling this inside of me, it has to come out. But she kept it for herself to keep everyone in a good composure or a good Christmas. Because, I mean, imagine if she did tell us during that Christmas Day, there goes our Christmas Day. Everyone's going to be sad, crying about it. Oh, mommy's going to die. You know how kids think. So she kept it really on the side. And that's how she managed those kind of stress. And I was really proud of her doing that. So yeah, she went through a lot, and on top of that, she still went back to school. So I kept asking her, it's like, you can take a break, right? He's like, no, I got to keep going. You never know where this breast cancer is going to lead me. At least I was able to accomplish something. I was like, all right, as long that you can handle it. Even the doctor told her, you need to stop school. And she goes, hell no, I'm not doing that. I'm already halfway done.
Oh.
So she said, nope, I'm getting my butt up and go over there. I don't care if my nose started bleeding in class. She did it. She comes home plugged in with a tissue because she would just bleed out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's one of the symptoms of her having that chemo. But hey, she fought it, man. And that's why I was like, if you can do this, I can survive my heart attack. No complaint. So that's why me and her were just always joking around, and it make people awkward when someone asks a question. Her first thing comes out of her mouth, she's like, oh, I'm able to do this because I have cancer. Like, why would you say that to people you don't know? He's like, I don't know, just to make them feel awkward.
What a statement.
Because, it's funny because once the moment you say, hey, I have cancer, that conversation turns 360.
Mm-hmm.
They feel sad for you. They don't know what to do to you. They don't know what kind of a conversation. So Diana doesn't like that. She hates the sadness conversation. If you're gonna come up to me and say, "Hey, yo, we gotta vibe up," I'm gonna tell you some stuff about cancer, but at the same time won't feel uncomfortable. And that's how she does it. And when she does it, she mocks it about cancer. And people are just like, you're laughing about this? It's like, yeah, what can we do? Cry about it? It's not going to solve the situation. So might as well just make a joke out of it and just keep going, whatever the medication has to offer. So that's what we did. We just laugh about it. And I started picking up that attitude, and I'm just like, all right. He's like, I can't run. My heart. Every time you see me in a golf course, I'm be like, hey, man, y'all can walk faster, man. My heart can't beat too fast.
Yeah.
So,
ooh, all right. I have a question here. When Diana was diagnosed with cancer, how did that moment impact you, especially coming so close to your own health scare? And what emotions or challenges stood out as you both faced these battles together?
I think that was the reason. Well, people thought was that heart attack was the reason why I had it, because of finding out that Diana has cancer. When she told me to sit down, and I didn't want to sit down. Every time she says sit down, I gotta tell you something. It's bad news. Because when she does that, oh, I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. Either when she says something like that, and I feel like, oh, what do I owe something? Did I forget to pay the bill? So I get scared. So, but this one, it made me realize, I'm like, what am I gonna do without her? So I started thinking of, if she goes, I gotta go. But then I thought about it. If I do go, then what about the kids? So I was being unselfish about it. But then I was like, man, she's like my 50-50. I am who I am because of her. So I was like, man, I couldn't really dwell on the situation. So I'm just like, what do I do? So I guess that throughout the month of January, before my heart attack, I kept thinking, it's like, how, is she going to survive this chemo? Is this going to help her to survive? I just kept thinking the future. So every time I'm driving, I've been delivering missed boxes left and right.
Mm-hmm.
I got sent to the office because, Mark, you misdelivered almost 3 times a week, because that's always in my head. But to coop that, and Diana just said, no, I'm going to fight this. So that made me push more. I'm like, okay, there's hope. That's the only thing I had, was hope for her to keep going, because she said that she was going to fight it. And I took that as like, okay, if you're going to do this, we can do it. And then that's when I had my heart attack.
Wow.
So that's when everyone kept saying, it's like, do you think the stress hit you from work, from your mom's cancer twice, and then your wife having cancer? So I was a believer with God, and in that moment, I was just like, what are you doing to me? It's like, why am I being punished? That's the first thing, most of us human beings will say, am I being punished? what did I do to deserve this? But I didn't think of it like, holy crap, this was a gift for me. You forgot how to think what life was what's supposed to be and what you're supposed to serve. That was kind of sucked though, right? For me to just to realize what was the purpose and just to do that. Just like earlier I said that I feel like sometimes all family gets together is because someone died.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be that way. I mean, we all know what the purpose was, what we're supposed to do. We're just so blinded because with the work, we have bills, we have, credit bills that we have to pay. So we're putting ourselves in a situation where it's like, and we blaming God. I'm like, why are we doing that? We put ourselves in this situation. It's not his fault. He gave us a simple life just to know whatever and work and don't stress too much and then go.
Yeah.
That's what I learned from Diana. Diana doesn't say much about God, but I know he believes in God. But the way she acts, man, it's like feels like an angel has fallen from heaven.
Yeah.
She won't tell you about anything about God,
but
she will tell you with a perspective of living. She'll tell you like, no, don't be sad, just smile. Be sad later. So I learned that from her. And at the same time, she learned from me like sometimes you just gotta sit back and then pray and just give it to him. It's not our lives. We're just borrowing this life. We're destroying our lives from putting this situation, but it's really simple.
Wow.
But simple, but it's hard.
Wow, I'm just like knowing her just through your words, man. She's an amazing force.
I'm telling you, when you get to meet her in person, she's quiet at first. She's not a very people person. But the moment that she opens up, all you're going to be doing is just laugh.
Yeah.
She'll just crack jokes out of nowhere, and she becomes that person that you thought was not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you're snotty when you look. But then when you start getting to know her, it's like, oh my God, okay. Something different.
Wow.
It's just like she has her close friends too. Yeah. She doesn't have too many friends because she's in that point where she doesn't like being talked. So she stay away from that drama. So she has elective friends, like really close ones, and that's it. She doesn't have that much friends. She's not the type of person who will like, oh babe, I'm gonna go hang out with the girls. No. She's just at home, like chilling. But when you talk to her, she'll be like, she'll talk.
Yeah.
At first she's quiet, but then she's afraid of like people. I don't know why. I'm telling you, the COVID did really a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's really nice, and she's a warrior, man. She fought this throughout this whole time.
Yeah, send her my regards, man.
Well, I will definitely.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let me see what else here I have. Since we have like just a couple of minutes left. And before I let you go, before we disconnect, I'm gonna let you like hang loose for like a few minutes so the video feed will make its way successfully. One more question. Let me see. So Diana's college graduation is a huge achievement, especially now that she's moved on from one stage of cancer back to the first stage. And how do you celebrate this milestone together, and what does her accomplishment mean to you personally?
It's a big accomplishment for her because this is a second degree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she had bio degrees or associate degrees, and now she became an RN. She was like, man, she didn't really want to become an RN at first.
Oh yeah.
So she planned it. Honestly, I think she got it because she was working as a CNA.
Oh,
so she did CNA, she passed that, and she was working with Centera at 4th floor bedside for 8 years. That's when she was like, I think I needed to pursue a bigger step. And everyone kept saying, why don't you become an RN? You're good at it. And so that's what she did. She pushed herself to become an RN. And I told her, I was like, don't do it for anybody else. Do it for yourself. Because, us Filipino parents be like, oh, you need to do this.
Oh.
You need to get that. So it was always, because she's the youngest one out of three. Okay. She has 2 older brothers, and it's her. And she fought throughout those college years, and she just kept going. So there was a rough patch. She had to take a summer relief, like get out from the sun because it was very stressful for her.
Right.
But then she came back and then she demolished it. And then just, her getting cancer, she fought through it, man. Like, every night she would study. And then come downstairs here at 2, 3 in the morning, almost 4 o'clock in the morning. She's still downstairs studying. And then, shut, the eyes are red, bloody nose because of the chemo. She just kept going. And then there was one conversation that me and her had. I was like, don't do it for us. Do it for yourself. Because I know she kept saying, I want to do this for her family. And she wants to be able to, buy what the kids want. I'm like, oh, it's like, let's take care of yourself first before anyone else. I was like, I'll take care of them. But then my heart attack came. It's like, it's me and her in and out in the hospital. She goes in the hospital. A month later, I'm going for a checkup again. And then, so me and her, I think our hospital was our second home. And the kids kind of learned to block it. I don't know how they did it. They just don't like seeing us in pain.
That was
and we don't show it.
Thanks for answering that.
Yeah, we don't show our pain to our kids because we don't want them to kind of involve in the situation. This is me and Diana's journey, so I don't want this journey to get traumatized by them. So we're trying to say we'll be fine, but then if the kids get into trouble and I'm yelling and I can't breathe, so that's when I'm like, oh, the oldest one would be like, you stop pissing off daddy, he's gonna have a heart attack again. So I was like, oh. So me hearing it from them, I'm like, okay, they're worried, they know what's going on. So that's why we try not to show them that we're like in the edge at the moment. So but we did try to prepare, we did teach them like what's gonna happen. So it's either for them to listen or not. So I know they're trying to block it because they don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nothing but jokester in this house, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But when someone get in trouble, oh man, this is like a Filipino house, dude. You see the slippers flying in the air. It's one of those moments, man.
Yeah. Wow. You ready to close this out, Mark?
Hey,
I'm just gonna, because of time constraints.
I think we did an hour and 57 minutes, dude.
Yeah, look at that, man. An hour and 57.
That's a good conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully I've touched every question you asked.
Oh, you've been wonderful. It's like master class, man, talking to you.
And at first, I was like, man, I was going to be so nervous how to talk. But actually, this is the best podcast I ever did, dude.
Yeah, we didn't just podcast, we fellowship, man. Yeah. We're vibing, and it's great to know each other for the first time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. It's always nice to know what other people's what's going through. So.
Yeah.
And it's nice that your head's still high because of the situation you're going through.
Yeah.
But remember, he's in a better place.
Yep.
So just keep your heads up, man.
You see him right behind me, right? He's like right over there. That's him there.
Yeah, I saw one pictures in there. Yeah.
His early year in the Navy, his first year in the Navy there.
Were you in the Navy too?
No, I was not.
Okay, so
since you mentioned that, the guy I'm with in my podcast, his name is Ken.
Ken.
He's the African American dude that's with me, doing these things every once in a while. Like we do a joint podcast. If you see him in some of my videos, it turns out that he indirectly knew me, and him and my brother were, shipmates for the first time on that ship. And like, this is the first time the ship was, on it, was new.
Right.
And they're plank owners, and they still are plank owners, forever. On that one ship, the John C. Stennis, and they were shipmates, but they never knew each other. But then Ken knew me through the International Christian Church.
Oh, look at that! See?
Yeah.
See, there's always ways you find someone is close to God, and then next thing you know, it's like, yeah, you guys met before.
Yeah.
You guys were supposed to bump each other, so. That's exactly, I think this is happening to us.
Yeah.
I think we did bump to each other personally. We just didn't notice it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't time.
Man, I just got to thank you, though. You were the one that pushed the envelope. I know we've been talking about the idea of wanting to do a podcast, and now the moment
Yeah.
has finally come. So,
Yeah. I think that it was a time where I was like, I think I need to get this off my chest.
huh?
And it's hard for sometimes, like if I'm just telling my side of story or my pain through my wife, because we already know what we're feeling. It just, I need to get it out. So now I was just, that's why I said, I was like, Johnny, I think I'm ready to get this out, man. So now probably tomorrow, I'll probably wake up on a beautiful sunset. Oh man.
Yeah.
Sunrise.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be nice. Tomorrow's going to be nice. I think so.
It'll be glorious.
Yeah. I got work to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got into this business as well because I've been wanting to do open up a gym. So
okay.
So look out for that one for next year. I partner with this guy named Tito Logan. Shout out to Tito Logan. So I partner with him and trying to get more people, especially my coach, Dr. Frankenstein, which is Mike Stein, to be involved in the gym. So we're trying to get this gym rolling by next year.
All right, you heard it first, guys.
Yeah, so now this is it was supposed to be secret. Here you go. Now you guys know. Next year, but maybe in the Virginia Beach Boulevard area, but I announced that you'll see video content out. And yeah, so hopefully we can spread this gym, open up a gym in Chicago.
All right. Yeah.
That would be a nice entrepreneur out there. Because I know a lot of Chicago people there like to exercise.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So
By the way, do you have like a website or something that you want to, put a plug here before we go off the air?
You can come check me out at my website at markrphotography.com. And you can also check me out on Instagram at markrphotography. So you can't miss that.
All right.
That's the only website I have right now. And wait until I'll announce the gym.
All right. So thank you very much, Mark, for coming on 2400 Block Podcast. Such an honor to have you here. It's even more awesome to just talk to you for the very, very first time. Not in person, but virtually. And of course, in December, hopefully I'll get to meet you that time.
Oh, definitely, dude. It is my honor to be here. And then thank you for having me. It's a blessing.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for checking out this episode of 2400 Block Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe.